President Donald Trump addressing joint Congress for the very first time last night.
My job is not to represent the world. My job is to represent the United States of America.
President Trump stressing the importance of putting America first. In his speech last night, he laid out his legislative goals, striking a more unifying tone, focused on the safety of Americans, keeping jobs in the U.S., and repealing the current health care law.
Eyewitness News reporter Don Champion joining us now from Washington with more.
The time for trivial fights is behind us.
President Trump hit the reset button on his young administration Tuesday night. In his address to Congress, he stuck to the script and offered a roadmap for overhauling Obamacare.
We should ensure that Americans with pre-existing conditions have access to coverage.
He also made a case for his proposed $54 billion surge in defense spending, partly to help veterans.
Our veterans have delivered for this nation, and now we must deliver for them.
Mr. Trump's hour-long address drew several rounds of applause.
We are also taking strong measures to protect our nation from radical Islamic terrorism.
On social media, one of the most tweeted about moments happened when he honored the widow of Navy SEAL Ryan Owens. Owens died in the president's first authorized military operation in Yemen last month.
Ryan died as he lived, a warrior and a hero.
Many Republicans here in Washington praised the president for showing discipline and striking a far more optimistic tone.
I thought it was an excellent speech. I thought he hit a home run.
A group of Democratic women inside the chamber wore white in honor of the suffragette movement, hoping to send a message to the president.
We will not go backward on all the progress we've been able to make as women.
Former Kentucky Governor Steve Beshear delivered the Democratic rebuttal.
I am worried about the future of this nation.
He called threats to repeal Obamacare a life or death situation.
And that was Don Champion reporting. Our coverage continues with what local lawmakers are saying about the president's address.
Eyewitness News reporter Brian Yocono live in our newsroom with some reaction that's new this morning.
Good morning. Throughout the night, our team has been gathering those reactions from our senators and also our congressmen. An underlying theme is a lack of specific proposals from the president last night. Comments of contradiction from the president's words versus his actions over the first few weeks in the White House. Senator Sheldon Whitehouse saying he will judge the president by his actions, not by what is listed on a teleprompter. Congressman David Cicilline saying it sounded like a broad campaign speech rather than plans for Congress.
I don't recognize the America he described. I think people recognize that we're a country of hope and optimism, and although we have challenges, we have so much to be proud of in this country. And it was a very dark description of America, and I think he really was stoking people's fears.
In a statement from Senator Jack Reed, writes that the president's policies are geared toward short-term gains for corporations and the wealthiest and long-term pain for American workers and taxpayers. He goes on to write, as with any speech, the devil is in the details. Now, in the days ahead, President Trump needs to start sharing some of those details. Statement also from Rhode Island GOP, writing, President Trump outlined an optimistic and bold vision for our country that crosses party lines. President Trump has been fulfilling the promises he made to the American people at the record-setting pace, including bringing back American jobs and nominating a mainstream conservative to the United States Supreme Court. Another note from Congressman David Cicilline calling the president's talk of unity hollow last night, considering his actions and policy in his first month in the White House. In the newsroom, Brian Yocono, Eyewitness News.